You know, some stories are just so powerful. Their echoes are felt not just for years, but across entire lifetimes. Today, we're going to dive into one of those, a really profound tale about jealousy, revenge, and the ultimate sacrifice. So our story actually kicks off with this really strange mystery. Picture this. A devout Buddhist nun in an assembly sees the Buddha, and she's so overcome with emotion that she just faints. It's a huge and honestly a totally confusing reaction. What could possibly connect them so intensely? You can imagine everyone's looking around completely baffled, and the Buddha explains that to understand what just happened, you can't look at this life at all. Nope. He had to take them way, way back in time to a former life, a life where he wasn't a man, but a magnificent king of elephants. And that's where our journey begins, deep in the mythical Himalayas, this land of incredible beauty and even greater beings. This is the place where the seeds of a powerful, life-spanning revenge were first planted. So this is where we meet our main character, the Bodhisattva, that's a being on the path to becoming a Buddha, born in this particular life as Chadanta, the Elephant King. And he wasn't just any elephant, okay? The stories say he was as majestic as a silver mountain, and his tusks, get this, they shone with 6 colored rays of light. He led a massive herd of 8,000 elephants and had 2 queens he loved, Mahasubhadshata and Chulasubhadshata. And here is where it all starts to go wrong over something that seems so small. One day, Chadanta playfully hits a big flowering tree. His chief queen, Mahasubhada, is standing upwind, so she gets showered in these beautiful, fragrant flowers. But Chulasubhada, his other queen, is downwind. She just gets a face full of dry leaves, twigs, and a bunch of red ants. For her, this wasn't just an accident. No. This was a deep, personal insult. So that feeling, that sting of being second best, it just sits there and festers. And it gets cemented when another elephant brings Chadanta this incredibly rare, beautiful lotus with 7 stems. And the king, as a sign of affection, gives it to his chief queen, Mahasubhada, right in front of everyone. For Chulasubhada, this was it, the final straw. She is just consumed by this boiling jealousy and hatred. And she makes this incredibly bitter vow. She literally prays that when she dies, she'll be reborn as a human queen, powerful enough to get her revenge, to send a hunter to kill the Elephant King and steal those magnificent tusks that she hates so much. And believe it or not, her vow comes true. Chulasubhada dies and is reborn as a beautiful princess, who eventually becomes the queen of the great city of Benares. And once she has that power, the memory of her old grudge comes flooding back, and she starts to put her terrible plan in motion. So what does she do? She goes to her new husband, the king, and fakes this dramatic, mysterious illness. She says she has this deep, painful craving that's literally killing her. And the only cure, she claims, is to possess the tusks of a mythical elephant with 6 colored rays. She knew exactly which elephant, and she knew exactly how to find him. So the king calls in every hunter in the land. The queen looks them over and points to this one rugged guy, Sanatara, saying he's the only one who can do it. She gives him these precise, almost impossible directions for a quest that is just epic. We're talking 6 thorny forests, 18 treacherous wildernesses, 7 huge mountain ranges. I mean, this isn't just a hunt. It's an odyssey that took him 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days to complete, all fueled by her revenge. So after all that time, Sanudarara finally makes it. He arrives in the Himalayan foothills and sees him, the magnificent Elephant King, just like the queen said. He digs a pit, hides himself inside, and gets ready to ambush him. And here's the really crucial part. He puts on the saffron-colored robes of a holy man. Remember that detail. It's gonna be important. Okay, so the stage is set for this tragedy, really. The hunter is hidden, the king is completely unaware, and a grudge that has spanned a lifetime is about to find its target. And just like that, while Chadanta is standing there, totally unsuspecting, the hunter fires a poisoned arrow from his hiding spot. It hits him right in the body. A cry of pure agony just rips through the forest, and his entire herd of 8,000 elephants goes into a wild, protective panic. So he's in agony, he's furious. But then he locates his attacker down in the pit. And when he sees those saffron robes, the symbol of a holy person, it's like a switch flips. All that anger, all that rage just melts away. It's an absolutely incredible moment that shows you his true nature. Instead of charging, he does something unbelievable. He speaks with total compassion. He just asks the hunter, "Friend, why did you do this? Did you do it for yourself, or did someone else send you?" Not a shred of malice. Just a need to understand. The hunter confesses the whole story, that the Queen of Benares sent him for the tusks, but he's not tall enough. He can't reach them to saw them off. And this is where the story becomes just mind-blowing. The Bodhisattva, to help his own killer succeed, takes the saw in his own trunk, and enduring this excruciating pain, he saws off his own magnificent tusks. And as he hands these tusks, literally dripping with his own blood, to the stunned hunter, he makes it clear why he's doing it. He's not giving them away for glory. He's doing it as an act of perfect generosity, a necessary step on his long, long journey to becoming a Buddha. And with that final act of giving, the great Elephant King dies. So, the hunter starts his long journey home, carrying the prize that had cost so much. But this story isn't over, not by a long shot. See, vengeance always has a price. And it was the queen's turn to pay it. And amazingly, because of the elephant's final blessing, that 7-year journey back takes the hunter just 7 days. He goes before the queen and he presents her with the object of her obsession, the thing she's wanted across 2 lifetimes, the 6 rayed tusks of Chadanta. So she gets them. She takes these radiant tusks and lays them reverently in her lap. But that feeling of victory she craved for so long, it never comes. Instead, she's just hit with this tidal wave of unbearable grief. In their beautiful light, she doesn't see a trophy. She sees the memory of the noble, compassionate king she so hatefully destroyed. The realization was just too much. The overwhelming remorse and the horror of what she'd done, it literally broke her heart. And right there, in that very instant, holding the prize she had chased across 2 lifetimes, the queen dies. Her revenge brought her nothing but her own ruin. And that's when the Buddha connects all the dots for everyone listening. He revealed who everyone was. The hunter, Sonutara, was a past life of Devadatta, the Buddha's famously jealous cousin. The great elephant king Chadanta was of course the Buddha himself in a previous life. And the jealous queen, Chilasapada, she was reborn as the very nun who had fainted, her soul, on some deep level, remembering both the immense love and the terrible wrong from that life long ago. So you see, this is way more than just an old myth. It's a profound look at the incredible power of our own emotions and intentions, and it leaves us with a really big question to think about, doesn't it? If one single feeling of envy could set off a chain reaction of so much suffering and sacrifice across 2 whole lives, what kind of unseen consequences, what powerful ripples are we setting in motion with our own thoughts and our own actions right now, today?